This time on Little Pottery Model Railway, I'm going to be putting this sound decoder into this Bournemouth Belle. Nice. Right, I'm going to be upgrading my Bournemouth Belle train pack with this Hornby TTS digital sound decoder. It's the rebuilt Merchant Navy class. It has to happen, doesn't it? I need it for my DCC system and I run JMRI. So let's get started. So put that away. Yes, open up the box again. I was going to say I'd actually replace these with slightly stronger packing material. Still tears, but it takes a little bit more to pull them out. A bit tougher. Coaches are absolutely fine. They will work on my system anyway. Now I'm going to use this. This is like a sound diffuser. I find it quite useful to position the loco on this. It helps to undo it all. Okay, I think there's some way of opening these. I've not opened all of these up before. This particular loco has not been opened that I'm aware of. Let's see what I've got screw-wise, screwdriver sight. I believe that we just undo take off the front bogie. A magnetic one then. What I'll do, lift that off and I will place that there. There's a little washer there. Don't know if that's loose. No, so that's not going to. I didn't want to lose it, so. Okay, okie dokie. Let's just move that. Now the thing I have got to check for. Make sure there's not a brake cable on this. Okay, can't see a brake cable, so hopefully. Ha. It's nice and easy. Very clean. So this definitely hasn't been used, has it? Well, other than me testing it on a DC setup, but couldn't really get it running, so well, couldn't give it a good run, I meant. So, okay, let's take the tender out. The tender top off, so there's a couple of screws there. Yes. Just a couple of holes, one on each side. Then we should be able to take, you can see the top starts to undo there. Got the two rails which need to be, I just thought I'd lost one of those or bent it, so I'll put that to one side. In fact, I might put that there so I can see what I'm doing with that. And there is the tender. Let's pop the little screw out because that will go missing at some point during this, and I will have pain and suffering. So, you know, if I wanted that to stay in there, it wouldn't, would it? But never mind. It's in there, so. Okay, so let's get these little components out of the way. Right. Now, I haven't done one of these for a long time. In fact, I've never done larger locos. I've done 040s and 060s. So I'm just getting to the wiring, make sure I can get to all the contacts. What I'm going to do is take a picture of these before we even move on. I know I like to remember what it looked like to start with. Just for reference, just in case. It's quite often you can get distracted, or for some reason you can't do this straight away. So you think, oh, I remember that. Come back a few days later and can't remember anything. So, just because my digital sound decoder chip costs quite a bit of money, I thought I would just test it out with a old Lays DCC basic decoder, no sound, just to make sure. So I'm pleased that it's all worked. So now I feel more confident going on and installing the actual sound decoder, because they've gone up a bit in price, certainly at this point in time. So just turn that around to make sure I have a look. You can see it. A bit shoddy, obviously, but it's a good test rig, so here we go. Okay, this is where I've got to so far. I've put the speaker into the tender. It may look a bit messy, but I think it's just to secure everything. I've actually wrapped the decoder underneath that black tape inside the pouch that it came in, just to protect it. And I've also used a glue gun here to just secure those cables, the wires, because I do not want to be putting any pressure on those. We don't want them coming off of the actual decoder. If we have to start soldering that, you're in a world of hurt. So a bit of a pain. So that's just to protect everything. There's enough space for the cover to go back over the top as well. Now the screws are in. Feels a bit better. It's very important to put these little sort of guardrail. Just about see here. Very hard to put those back in. Make sure they don't bend them. Let's get a bit more light on that. That's better. There's those little rails. They just go into a little hole here, tiny hole. And there's one on each side. What I've done is I've just cut out some space just to allow the cables from the decoder to come out. And now I'm going to attach those, wire those in with some extension cables into the actual loco itself. I've still got my old Lays decoder on that, which was used for testing. So I'll take that off and we'll see how we get on. Okay, the way I've wired this is as standard Obviously the speaker is directly connected to the decoder itself, but I've done connected black from the decoder to the left rail, red from the decoder to the right rail, grey to motor left, and orange to motor right. Okay, it's the first stage, well, stage of wiring. Got everything connected now. Excuse my hand. It's not beautiful, but all fits in a tender, which is great. I've got these wires to tidy up. I'm not brilliant at soldering, but we shall see. I'm going to tidy those up and see how we get on from there. Well, as usual, I've had quite a battle with the wiring, but I have seemed to have it all in there. It's not the most beautiful thing, never is. My wiring isn't anyway. Soldering is a bit shoddy at times, but I think it's all secure. Okay, it's looking quite nice. I think the wiring's all tucked away. As tempting as it is just to turn the whole thing on, I had to just check around first. My decoder was not that cheap. I think they've gone up in price a bit, or I was just unlucky. But now's the time to get on to, I run JMRI, so I'm going to try and set this up and test it out. Okay, I have installed the DCC TTS sound chip from Hornby for the correct loco, the Merchant Navy rebuilt. And now I am going to test it. I have installed, connected it to JMRI, installed the loco into the roster, and I'm now presented with all of the options. So let's give it a try. Better turn my track on first. And here we are, hopefully. Oh, that is the background sort of steam exhaust coasting button. Oh, I like that sound. That's the whistle long. Whistle medium A. This is whistle medium 2 bursts. Whistle short. Wheel slip. Oh, there we are. Coal shoveling. I always like this one normally. Oh, sorry, I pressed that twice, but turn that off. Blow down. Safety valve. Injector. Quite nice sounds. I'm quite pleased with these, I must admit. Cylinder cock. Brake. That's nice. Blower coming up. Guard's whistle. That's the coupler clank. Oh, we've got quite a lot to go through here, but fireman's breakfast is a bit of a gimmick, but you can what's this one? Don't know. I've got to press this one. There's a few more options, obviously, but whistle long fancy. Don't know what that is. Oh, cheeky that, isn't it? I'll press that again. Whistle medium squeaky. The whistle long alternative. Whistle short alternative. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. One more. Right, what we're really interested in, sorry about that, I got a bit carried away. What we're really interested in is, does this thing actually move? So, not a bad sound at all. Then reverse. There's only a little bit of track here, so just put it back into position again. I think it's quite a nice sound actually. It feels a bit tinny, so I think what I'm going to do, just on the, I'm sure I can make that sound a lot better. So what I might do is, not now, but I'll probably change the speaker, try out one of these other ones. That I've put the normal one that came with the decoder, which is facing upwards. And I probably ought to do it facing down. A lot of people do that, so I will try that. I thought I really wanted to just know it's working, and then I can start fine-tuning. So what we're going to do now is we've got to get all those lovely carriages on, or well, we'll try it on without the carriages around the track. Give it a bit of a test run. The Bournemouth Belle. Very pleased. Glad the decoder went in okay. Sound, I'm sure I can make some improvements to that. Got a few little running issues, but an absolute star. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button to support the channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Little Pottering Model Railway.